according to OBS, we are live. So let's hope that you can hear my voice, and that you can hear the game's voice, and you can hear your own voice.
Yes.
Okay, you can
That
hear all
one.
three of those voices.
I haven't actually checked yet. Anyway, I can. Yeah, I confirm. I can.
Okay.
It's too small for me to read when it's in the small preview, so I need to do the pings and then I'll read.
Alright, the title of tonight's session is Sexism, the Movie.
Well, I'll just use that for stream ping too. Not me spelling six. You want to know how I just spelled sexism?
Sexism?
Yeah,
Like
no,
like the number that comes after 5?
No, I still spelled it sex. I spelled it sex, but I did IUM as if it was a fucking element on the period table. Sexism.
Ooh, sexium, my favorite element.
I need. Nope, that's my link. Oh. I mean, it doesn't really matter, but it kind of does.
Link, you say? Do 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 do.
Do. Zelda. I love Zelda games. I can't wait to actually be able to play them when I'm done exams. Fucking exams. I hate exams.
When you're
Me and all
you're
my
no longer,
homies, we hate exams.
when you're no longer chained to your studying desk.
My studying bed. Everything's a mess down here. I need to clean up, but like then I feel bad because then I haven't studied enough, and then it's just like it's a cycle of guilt. That's what it is.
Psycho, like Norman Bates.
Wow, this is very blurry. Anyway, if I zoom in a little bit, oh, that makes it a little better. I can zoom in, which doesn't usually happen. I didn't know I could zoom in, but I can. Now I wonder if I should do like a kind of like I haven't still decided what voice I'm doing for this guy because literally the only line I did for him in the last time I was him was like ho ho ho. Wonder if I could do like a ho ho Merry Christmas, like a Santa kind of voice. What do you think?
Sure. Santa Claus is gunning you down.
Watch yourself, Miss Faye. I'm not sure if I care for your word choice or your tone of voice. Ho ho ho.
Young people these days simply don't know how to respect their elders.
Why you? You're even younger than me, you hypocrite. Now then, Mr. Edgeworth, please call your first witness.
I call the detective who is in charge of the initial investigation of this case.
Gumshoe? Oh my god, he's wearing a different coat.
Witness, state your name and occupation. Gumshoe, Dick Gumshoe. I'm the homicide detective in charge of the case, sir. I finally got promoted to the detective division half a year ago.
I don't believe anyone asked you about that.
Hey, ma'am, you got any idea how much work it takes?
What is it?
You're really gorgeous.
Oh, excuse me?
So now you're seeing where the stream title comes in.
Yep.
Oh, seriously, my heart, it's aching for you. Detective, pull yourself together and try to be less straight. Otherwise, I'll write you up on contempt so quick that something other than your heart will ache. Maybe your dick. Oh, okay. I got it.
Now, detective, tell us about the incident.
Yes, sir. Right away. Victim was Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, a veteran on the police force. She was stabbed in the back with a knife and died from excessive blood loss.
Okay, my whole thing just had like a whole seizure. Hang on. Okay. That much is already stated in the autopsy report. The court would like to hear more details about the incident itself.
Yes, sir. I gotcha. Okay, let's take a look at this aerial map of the area here. This is a sketch of Dusky Bridge, an old suspension bridge. And the river that runs under there is Eagle River. The victim and the defendant met there on top of the bridge. After stabbing her in the back, the killer carried the victim back to his car. He was recaptured at a police checkpoint as he was trying to make his getaway, sir.
I see.
I almost reflexively read that judge line. Dusky Bridge map added to the court record. You can't fit an entire bridge in the court record. No, that would be silly.
Dusky Bridge, man. Bridge located 40 feet above Eagle River. Was the victim's blood found on the bridge?
The victim, Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne, was wearing a thick coat, sir. Unfortunately, no traces of blood were found on the bridge.
Mr. Edgeworth, I warn you that I absolutely despise conjecture. If there was no blood on the bridge, then you have no proof that they even met there.
Your Honor, if you would listen to the testimony we have prepared, I'm sure you'll be convinced. The two of them most certainly did meet on the bridge that day.
Why, Mr. Edgeworth?
Doki, doki.
I'm not sure I like you wagging your finger at me as though I was some horse hoser. Ha, ha, ho, ho.
You get it? That's funny because he's Canadian.
Detective, proceed with your testimony.
Yes, sir.
Here we go, Mia. Hang on.
Okay, now, listen carefully, kitten. Also, where the stream title comes in. One little mistake, and this guy will drink you from morning tea. Trust me and get ready.
Why are the hot ones always assholes?
Summary of the incident. Well, I mean, Gumshoe's not an asshole. On the day of the incident, an unknown person phoned the sergeant and asked to meet. Sergeant Hawthorne went to Dusky Bridge at the designated time and met with Mr. Falls. And that's where she was brutally murdered, sir. The criminal stuffed her body into his car trunk and tried to make a getaway. Mr. Falls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
Well, you certainly have established the importance of the bridge.
Naturally.
Now, would the defense please hurry up and proceed with the cross-examination? Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination. Coming right up.
Hey, settle down there, kitten. If you keep trembling like that, you're gonna make Daddy spill his coffee.
I'm not trembling. It's just cold in here.
Courtroom can be a cold battlefield, alright. Especially for a kitten.
I don't need you to worry about me. I mean, the defendant, the witness, everyone's a beginner in here.
Ha! You got me there. But maybe you should keep your claws out and show them what you've got, kitten.
It's okay, Mia. Stay calm. Just remember those court procedure videos, you stayed up all night watching.
And as usual with Gummy, we're just gonna press everything. Just a fact-finding mission.
This unknown person, you have no idea who... You have no idea who it might be, right?
Sorry, but I'm afraid I do.
What?
The one who called Sergeant Hawthorne was the defendant, Terry Falls.
What? The defendant called her.
Sergeant Hawthorne was a very thorough person, sir. She left a note about her phone call with Mr. Falls.
A note?
Yeah, a top-secret memo that she left in her desk. Victim's note added to the court record.
Victim's notes. Confidential police materials read by the victim. According to this note, it seems the one who called her to the bridge was indeed... False. 4:30 p.m. at the bridge. Wear white scarf for identification. Talk to Dahlia.
Dahlia.
Is Dahlia? Tell her this time. The whole truth must come out. February 14th, 1:21 p.m.
It was on Valentine's Day. How romantic. I bet she was going to meet with her boyfriend.
Ooh, boyfriend. The defendant, Terry Falls. Whose bright idea was it to keep that note from me?
It was mine. You're welcome. Ha! Looks like the judge is even more sure of his verdict now. Listen up. Never ask a question if you don't already know the answer.
Okay.
Typical Godot level advice.
It's the detective fault. He's the one that said unknown person.
Hey now, don't make that face at me. I just said it that way because the prosecutor told me to.
Was that a trap?
Trap card.
With that cute face, I'd expect him to be so sneaky. Oh,
Cute? You think I'm cute?
confirmed.
Dusty Bridge at the time.
A bridge up in the mountains. Why would... but why meet there?
Because it was more romantic. And also because it is a very important place to the defendant. That's
What do you mean by that?
If you remember, 5 years ago the defendant kidnapped a young girl. He was chased onto a bridge, and it was there that he killed his hostage. And the place where all of this occurred is, of course, Dusky Bridge.
We're back.
Very place where Sergeant Hawthorne arrested and handcuffed Mr. Falls. Ha! Returning to the scene of the crime. How nostalgic. And that's where she was brutally murdered, so...
Was the body of the victim covered right away?
Yeah, we were really on the ball. We found the criminal within 1 hour of the murder. It was great. We even got to say, "Don't move." We got you surrounded. That was fun. I had a great day.
Wait a second. Isn't there something weird about that?
Police being competent? That's suspicious. The location was a suspension bridge up in the mountains. So how did they find out about the crime so quickly?
Hawthorne must have mentioned phone call to someone.
Ha! If that's what had happened, then she wouldn't have been killed. She never mentioned the phone call from Mr. Falls, but she left a note on her desk about it. If only I had noticed it earlier. Maybe she'd still be alive.
I wonder why she didn't mention the phone call to anyone.
The criminal stuffed the body in his car trunk and tried to make a getaway.
Mr. Falls had a car then.
Well, that bridge is way up in the mountains, ma'am. The defendant and the victim both went up there by car. I mean, how else, right?
What? You mean the defendant drove his own car?
No, of course not. It was stolen. He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Car thieves. I'm not sure how I feel about car thieves.
I am sure how I feel about them. I don't like them, and you may quote me on that.
Is this guy sure about how he feels about anything?
Being indecisive, eh? I don't know how I feel about being indecisive. This is a photo of the stolen car's trunk. Naturally, that's the body of Valerie Hawthorne in there. Shh, she's napping. Be quiet.
Whoa, that doesn't look too comfortable.
Crime photo added to the court record.
The victim, she was stabbed in the back, correct? Haha.
Yeah. Ha! That's funny. For some reason, men always seem to get stabbed in the back.
I don't know, Godo. We're talking about a woman here, Godo. I don't think not Godo yet.
He's Godo now and forever. Also, did you notice where he got the name Godo from?
Oh.
Diego Armando Godo.
Yeah. What a fucking nerd.
Do you want to dunk his head in the toilet? Do you want to stuff him in a
do.
locker, take his lunch money?
He like has such a punchable face, but it's also like he is hot, but he's also like I hate him so much that like it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? It's the first time that I'm just like, no, I ain't sitting for the villain today.
Are you now worried about when we get to Ace Attorney 5 because you're already simping for that prosecutor based on just his design?
Yeah.
All right, we'll burn that bridge when we get to it. You can't tell from this photo, but the knife was stuck in her back, nice and fine.
The condition of the body when it was discovered is very important information. Detective, was there anything strange or noteworthy in the trunk of the car?
You mean besides the corpse? Here's a photo of the trunk, but I don't see anything strange, do you? Anyway.
Besides the corpse? Dancing to the music a little bit.
Yeah, this is probably what we're gonna have to do a thing on, because how often do they put photos into the testimony like this?
Yeah. What did the defendant have to say about this photo?
Same thing he always says, ma'am. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing. That's all he ever says.
None. I wouldn't say he did none. At the very least, we know he stole a car. What are these eyes? Now, I don't know what voice to do when those eyes appear, because they're just like...
bulging in shock. It's just what he always says, Your Honor. And then he always says... Oh, sorry, I told a little lie. Or something like that.
Well, in any case, it seems he was caught and arrested. I need to go deeper, but finding that deepness is harder.
Precisely. Balls was arrested at a police checkpoint we set up at the base of the mountain.
I don't know why I thought I said Balls instead of Mr. Falls.
Harry Balls.
That certainly is some impressive police work.
Well, no, actually, it was way too close for comfort. We set up that checkpoint just after 5 p.m. We figured that Mr. Falls might just try to run.
What do you mean it was too close for comfort?
I mean, I'm a big guy. Do you see the size of me? I don't fit comfortably into those police cars. It's very cramped for me. It's like a clown car. The two of them arranged to meet at 4:30 p.m. And it takes approximately 30 minutes to go from the bridge to the checkpoint.
That was kind of close.
You cut out after close there. And you're still not audible. still there?
I could hear you. Can you hear me now?
Okay, I hear you now. You cut off after the word close.
I know. I reread it twice. That was kind of close. Any later, Mr. Falls could have slipped right by.
He might have said "wee" the whole time. Listen up, kitten. There's a big trap waiting for you in that test. I'm slipping into a Zap Brannigan impression with Diego.
A trap. I did the rain stutter. A trap?
Walk into it carelessly, and it'll leave more than just a flesh wound. Fun, huh?
No, it's not.
Well, if you want to have any chance at all, you'd better get some more information. And if you're going to get caught in a trap, it's best to get caught early. You can always look for contradictions afterwards.
The ever-famous contradictions. I sure hope I can find some of those. Well, I wonder what we have to present, not the corpse in the truck. What is strange in this? Well,
okay, I think I remember it.
does this have to do with the white scarf?
That's a bingo.
That's a bingo. Witness! Wait, I almost defaulted to Phoenix. That's what happens. What is it? Do you have something to say, Miss May? Miss Faye? Miss May?
No, Miss May was in the second case of the first game.
Miss Faye.
Remember her, April May? She was nice.
She was the cat lady. I'm sorry. I totally forgot what I was going to say.
H, I'm sorry. H totally forgot what I was going to say.
This is the first time I've ever had to actually address someone like that. Grr! You should have practiced before coming to court. Honestly, Miss Faye, I'm not sure I like this.
Is there anything you're sure of liking or not liking, Your Honor? Stay there, little kitten. Want a piece of my coffee candy?
Candy?
Well, you're still too young to be drinking real coffee.
Grr, come on, Mia, shake it off. You're a lawyer. Detective!
Yes, ma'am?
This photo. You said that there was nothing peculiar about it. Is that right? Or correct?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Well then, I suggest you take another look at the note written by the victim.
Note! Remember that SpongeBob episode?
Yeah. It very clearly says, wear white scarf for identification. The caller must have forgotten what the victim looked like. Thus, the special request.
Because, all lady cops look the same. They all have that same haircut. I
have one very simple question for you, Detective. Where is the white scarf? I can't seem to find it in this photo.
Well, to be honest, we didn't find it in the trunk, ma'am.
And you stopped there? You should have looked for it.
I mean, I feel like the corpse is more substantial evidence than a scarf. Call me crazy.
The caller told her to wear it to identify herself, so I expect she did just that. Well, Mr. Edward, what do you have to say about this?
I see the defense is a little lacking. The scarf you are searching so desperately for. Is it this one, perchance? That's not white, you colorblind idiot. Oh, where did you find that, sir? On Dusky Bridge. I was there first and decided to conduct my own investigation. Why? Why didn't you tell me? I made a decision to keep all pieces of evidence in my personal satchel. It's the safest place I know, of course. That hotshot sure has a flair for the dramatic. It's not exactly white as the caller requested, but as you can see, it's close enough for what it was intended for.
It looks like it spent some time in the mud.
Not surprising. It was drizzling on the mountain that day.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, he was intentionally hiding that scarf the whole time.
The court will accept the scarf into evidence.
Scarf added to the court record for a snack later.
Scarf, worn by the victim at the time of the incident, found on Dusky Bridge.
Now, if the attorney for the defense is finished embarrassing herself, I could go on, but never mind. I'd like to move on with the testimony. That is all right with you, isn't it, Miss Fay?
Boy, would I love to wrap the scarf around his smarmy little neck. What does smarmy mean?
Smug.
Okay.
Boy, would I
His
like to wrap
smarmy
this...
little neck.
Boy, would I like to wrap this scarf around his smarmy little neck. He looks cold in this courtroom. Very good. Now, if we're done with this mud-covered scarf business, the prosecution moves to establish conclusively, and with hard evidence, that Miss Hawthorne and Mr. Falls did indeed meet on that bridge that day. Further, we will show exactly what occurred there.
That sounds quite promising. I can't wait to hear all about it.
Everyone's moving at his whim.
Don't forget, kitten, there's a reason why everyone considers this kid a genius.
A genius, huh?
Events on Dusky Bridge. Actually, there's an eyewitness who was there when the incident took place. This photo was accidentally taken by the witness. It shows the Vic wearing the scarf, sir. It was drizzling that day. Unfortunately, it's a little hard to see what's going on. Anyway, the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. That must have been when the scarf fell off.
Looking at this photo, you really get the sense that the bridge is very high up.
It is about a 40-foot drop from the bridge to the Eagle River down below.
Mr. Edgeworth, who took this photo anyway?
Let's just say that it was a well-intentioned third party.
Aha! A potential witness. So why isn't this person in the courtroom? They're dead.
Well, they said they absolutely did not want to testify. The person in question is very delicate, Your Honor. Besides, as long as we have this photo, we see no reason to compel them to testify.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
Witness's photo added to the court record.
This photo seems to have been taken by the witness.
Seems to have been. So, as you can see, Terry Falls had both the motive and the opportunity. I think it's quite clear at this point what happened on that bridge.
Aha! The truth is becoming clear to me now.
Zavadi, eh?
Huh?
Yes, it's quite obvious. He's clearly guilty.
No, again. That's not fair. I haven't even done my cross-examination yet. What do you mean? Baby. Who is this eyewitness?
She's a college student.
A female college student.
That's right. Meaning she's female and a college student, ma'am. She doesn't do well in front of other people, so I came to testify for her.
Maybe so, but as the attorney for the offense, I have the right to cross-examine her.
For the time being, we are not relying on the witness's statement. That is all.
Well, what is that supposed to mean?
Your face, that's what. The prosecution has other, more decisive evidence. Our case doesn't rest on the vague testimony of a female college student. Sexism, the movie!
Really? Oh my god.
A female college student, eh?
It means she's female and a college student, sir.
Oh my god, what? Explain what computer is to the other judge.
If you absolutely must hear her testimony, you'll have to give us a good reason why.
Grr.
Please tell us about the more decisive evidence in question.
The victim is wearing a scarf in the photo, alright. So, about the witness who took this photo. What was this person doing all the way in the mountains?
She was taking photos of wildflowers, apparently. There are many unusual types of flora on that mountain, Miss Fair. People in the area say it's because of the spirits that live there.
Spirits! Now that you mention it,
Zoinks!
the photo. This cloudy fog-like thing. Is it a ghost? I don't believe it.
No, Your Honor, no, I don't think the fog is a ghost.
Seriously, huh?
That's right, there was a light rain coming down. The whole place was dreary. But not as dreary as the mood that's in this courtroom right now. Looks like a cold front just moved in.
Oh.
Anyway, the
Poor
point is that
dummy.
the area was quite dim. There was even some fog, which was not a ghost, Your Honor. I even slipped and fell while I was on the bridge. It was really something, almost like I got tripped by a ghost. Not that ghosts are real, Your Honor. Don't worry about that.
Is that part of the witness's testimony as well?
Of course it is. He pushed the victim hard in the back, and she fell down right on her stomach.
I remember that happening once myself. It was really brutal.
Are you talking about seeing someone getting pushed? Or were you the one getting pushed?
Oh, I was doing the pushing.
Or does it mean that you were pushed? Or does it mean that you pushed someone down like that? His mind-boggling tales about the way he said brutal. I wonder if he's Canadian.
You got it because he's Canadian. Ha! He's Canadian. Ha! Canada. What a silly country. Save your nasty look for the right person.
Huh?
Take a look. It's in a book. A Reading Rainbow. Poor baby. The court record seems to have wet itself.
Hey! Watch where you spill your coffee!
No.
Court record, huh? Wonder what that could be.
So the criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. And apparently the court record has wet itself.
Okay. 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 Caramel shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Well, if he shoved her down... Wait, if he shoved the victim down from behind, wouldn't she have fallen, like, face down? And wouldn't her stuff have gotten dirty? Her clothing doesn't look very dirty.
You want to try that?
Sure, that's just one idea I have. Ooh. So at the time of the crime, there was a light drizzle coming down, correct?
Yeah, and fog too. Just a generally soggy atmosphere.
Well, I have evidence that doesn't go with the soggy atmosphere.
But this is the photo of the victim's body that was found in the car trunk.
Considering the conditions at the scene of the crime, something isn't right.
Well, by all means, please enlighten us as to what isn't right. What is it about the photo of the trunk that doesn't fit with the conditions of that day?
Messy. Meatball. No. Naturally, the answer is right here.
The victim's coat. As far as I can see, there is nothing strange about it.
It's a bit tacky, but nothing strange beyond that, eh?
That's exactly what's strange. Recall the testimony. What were the conditions on the bridge that day? It was drizzling and foggy. Dusky bridge was all wet. If the victim really had fallen down her stomach on top of the bridge, then the front of her coat should have been covered in mud.
That's exactly right. The other day I fell on a muddy street and my gorgeous playoff beard was befouled.
I do admit that the crime scene was quite wet that day. However, that doesn't mean that the top of the bridge itself was muddy. If your honor had fallen in the shower instead of on a muddy street, your glorious hockey beard, pride of the legal league, would be wet, but not muddy.
Fortunately, I have yet to test this. Still, your point is well taken.
Fortunately, I haven't fallen in the shower yet. I am very old. It will be a major problem for me when it happens. Can you prove that the surface of the bridge was muddy that day?
Surface of bridge, huh?
A real man wouldn't stand for a taunt like this.
Near with a real woman. Of course I can. Sorry.
You better be.
Sorry, what? Have the evidence proves that service of money. There we go. Could have literally been anything here. Where my victim was having it. The evidence is the scarf.
Ah,
It should be obvious. If the scarf fell onto the bridge and got this muddy, it means that the bridge was obviously covered in mud.
No, I can't be outwitted by this novice bimbo! Sexism, the movie!
Hey, same to you, buddy.
Edgeworth is also a bimbo, confirmed.
Miss Faye's assertion makes perfect sense to me.
Mr. Edgeworth obviously is a bimbo, eh? I do admit that there appears to be a contradiction between the condition of the victim's coat and her scar. However, the real question is, why is there a contradiction?
Huh?
For every contradiction, there exists an explanation. Let's look at what the explanation in this case may be, shall we?
Alright. Felt like he's really giving me a choice here.
You're doing pretty well. Poor little kitten. Sexism, the movie!
Mr. Armando.
No matter what he says, a contradiction always comes down to a lie. It's either the victim discovered in the trunk, the witness's photo showing the defendant and the victim, or the witness's testimony that stated she saw the moment of the murder. Just relax and think it over. It's pretty simple, isn't it?
Is it? I can't think personally. My head is empty. I have nothing in there.
The false evidence. It's one of those three.
What you have said just now, I'm not sure I like that. I don't like anything.
That wasn't me, Your Honor. It was the coffee. Oh God. Aficionado? I don't know what that is. Is that a word?
Aficionado. I'm pretty sure it's like Italian for expert or something.
Okay, over here that said that.
You could call him a coffee otaku.
Otaku? Coffee otaku?
This court is not accepting a habit of This court is not in the habit of accepting false evidence, you know.
As far as you know.
As far as you know.
Blame it on him, Your Honor. He's the one trying to slip false evidence into court.
Chuck.
But we won't let him. We'll expose his evidence as the flimsy scam it really is.
Yes! The false evidence in this case is the... testimony. Hold on. It is a no-brainer. Obviously, it's the witness that's suspicious. During his earlier testimony, the detective pointed out a crucial fact. The criminal shoved the victim down from behind and stabbed her in the back. Now, is that testimony exactly what the witness claims to have seen?
Yeah, that's what the witness told us.
That testimony is filled with holes.
Holes, you say?
After all, the victim's coat isn't dirty at all.
That's true.
Ha! It's not just true, it's the truth. Shut up, Godo. If there was a truly decisive witness in this case, I'm certain that Boy Wonder over there would have called them in the first place.
Boy Wonder. Your Honor, the defense requests to cross-examine the witness, the eyewitness. The testimony presented so far is not only vague, but contradictory as well.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth? It appears I will need to hear from your mystery witness after all.
You should brace yourself for the brutal truth. Your Honor, the prosecution has no intention of hiding the witness from the court. We are prepared to present our witness at any time.
Very well. Please bring forth your witness at this time.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what Mr. Edgeworth said kind of worries me. What does he mean by the brutal truth?
Now, let's proceed with the testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, please go right ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution summons the woman who saw the events that day with her very own eyes, in attack mode.
This is it, Mia. The battle begins here.
Witness, what is your name and occupation?
No! This bitch again.
Everyone was so silent that I can hear their hearts going pitter-patter.
Doki doki. Doki doki.
Oh. When I look at you, how can I put it?
Brace for another counter on the Sexism the movie counter.
You look as scrumptious as a double-dubber and a dozen donut holes. Holy fuck, I can't read this. Feel like I want to hurry up and hand down a bird just to have a bite. What the fuck?
That is inappropriate, Your Honor.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hey, not so fast.
What the fuck?
Okay,
What?
honest question.
What the fuck? Why are the judges like this? First, we have one judge preying on a, 16-year-old. And then we got this one that's preying,
Where did it go?
He was just useless looking man.
I can't find the screenshot I took of the judge saying I could propose to her too. Oh, here it is. Maybe. Yeah.
That's right.
So,
Just because I'm old doesn't mean I couldn't propose to her too.
honest question. Is what the Canadian judge just said worse than this?
No, it's not worse, but it's still still fucked, man. It's just
Personally, I think the Canadian judge's thing is worse because the judge was just saying out loud, I could propose to this 16-year-old girl. But the Canadian judge actually did just sexually harass this witness right to her face.
you're. I don't know, man. Ugh. I don't like any of it. It's all gross.
It's all gross. It's all gross, but I think harassing a woman is worse than contemplating, that nasty business.
That's true. I guess as a woman who has been kind of had to deal with that at the work environment. Yeah, it is worse. Pretty bad. It's not fun.
As I said before, this witness is very sensitive and delicate.
She's a fucking bastard. That's what she is. I don't like her.
I would ask the court to please exercise care when addressing her and not using foreknowledge of the future.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Mr. Edgeworth. You are a true gentleman. Miss Faye, you could learn a lot from this man.
If he's such a gentleman, he sure doesn't act like one to me.
Sir?
Yes, my dear.
This is my first time, so I'm sure I'll make a lot of mistakes. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm sorry for all the trouble I might cause.
Not at all. It's no trouble at all. then, may we please have your name and occupation?
No. Oh, sorry. My name is, Melissa Foster.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Is it?
Yes, that's my name. Don't wear it out. I'm a college student, a freshman in the literature department.
Do you know a man named Phoenix Wright? Who's an arts major.
Not yet. You were on the scene when the unfortunate event occurred, correct?
And you are the one who took this photo. Is that accurate?
How can you be so mean?
Now see there? What are you doing, shoving that in her face like that?
What were you doing? What were you doing saying you wanted to have a bite of her, Your Honor? Or should I say your dishonor?
But it's just a photograph. It's not like it's something dangerous. Next time I'll be forced to penalize you. The fuck?
S to the I to the M to the P.
Uh-oh. I don't like the turn this has taken. Is she staring at me?
What is she, gay? And you would be?
Huh? I'm the defense attorney. My name is Mia Fey.
I see. So you are.
Now then, young lady, could you please give us your testimony?
Yes, Your Honor. I'll do my best.
No, you won't. Fuck off. I mean...
My photograph. I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. Then I noticed there were two people standing up on the suspension bridge. Suddenly they just started fighting. That's when I hurried and took the photo that shows the crucial moment. And right after that, I called the police.
By the way, where were you standing when the incident occurred?
I believe the map would be of help here. I was standing right over here. I was standing in a beautiful field surrounded by tall cliffs.
So you took the picture from the location, eh?
I brought the camera I was using at the time, just like Mr. Edgeworth asked me to.
Ho ho ho! Merry Christmas! What a cute camera, just like its owner.
That's not the most inappropriate thing you've said at this trial, Your Honor. Camera added to the court record.
Quote-unquote Melissa Foster took the witness's photo with this, a small but powerful model. Alright then, Miss Fey, time for your cross-examination. But I warn you, make the witness cry again, and you'll feel the wrath of my gavel.
I will be forced to bonk you, eh?
So basically, we can't press on every statement.
We can.
Oh.
The judge is just innocent.
Did you say wildflowers?
Yes, the mountain is famous for its beautiful spring wildflowers.
But it's only February.
Well, I couldn't wait for spring to come.
Ho, ho, ho! I know just how you feel.
I can never wait to come either, eh?
Just like when I first started growing this glorious beard of mine. Do you see my beard? Isn't it glorious? Just couldn't wait, so I wore a dyed blonde Santa beard till mine grew improperly. What the fuck?
Would you mind if we got back to the facts of the case, Your Honor?
Or the shenanigans
There were two
happened.
people on the bridge.
Was there anything strange about the two of them?
I'm a bad girl. I know I am. Oh, yeah, you are. It looked like they were having a really serious conversation up there. So I decided to watch them, like some kind of peeping Tom.
No, not at all! Everyone is like that.
This judge just gets creepier with every line.
Yeah. Why are you making me voice him? Like...
Because I wanted some time off from voicing the usual judge.
I love watching other people fight too. In fact, I can't get enough of it. Actually, that's why I took this job in the first place. Too much info, Your Honor.
In any case, it's perfectly natural for you to have kept watching them, especially dressed as they were. Well, anyway, I was watching them very closely. Suddenly they just started fighting.
Do you have any idea what they were fighting about?
Eh? No, I have no idea. Why do you ask that?
Oh, I just thought that maybe you overheard what they said. Don't cry, please.
I would never eavesdrop. I've got more class than that.
That's right, Miss Faye. Don't drag the witness down to your level. Grr.
That's when I hurried and took this photo that shows the crucial moment. Oh, no. This photo that shows the crucial moment in this murder case.
Sussy. Why did you take a photo?
Well, the two of them were really going at it. They were fucking hard. Ever since I was a little girl, I always wanted to be a news reporter. I guess that part of me just kind of took over.
Smells like a lie to me. Yes, I understand completely. Even now, I can't completely abandon my boyhood dreams. I still use my grandson to test my comedy routines on. So he wants to be a comedian, huh? Not that it has any bearing on this.
All I could do was use my camera. So I took the photo of the crucial moment and gave it to the police. And right after that, I called the police.
You called the police?
I called the police. Because it looked to me like the murderer was going to escape. We were already moving before the call even came in. Thanks to the victim's note, we had already started our operation.
That was certainly tough luck for the criminal, eh? If Terry Falls isn't the criminal, then there must be something strange in that girl's testimony.
What? I am not sus. Careful, kitten. That girl has the judge wrapped right around her little finger. You're gonna have a tough time poking holes in that testimony of hers.
You're going to have to come up with something really good, Mia.
Alright, so you know what we're presenting and where, right?
Yeah. The crucial piece of evidence. The crucial picture of the crime that was happening. Oh, a little saucy.
Of course, as we all know, criminals talking to detectives is a crime.
Witness. When you said you took a photo of the crucial moment, is this what you meant? All I can see in this photo are two people facing each other. You testified that you saw the two of them starting to fight. Normally that's the kind of thing we refer to as a crucial moment. Why haven't you presented a photo like that?
Well, you see... The photo we presented was the only one there was.
If you really want to capture the crucial moment, then what happened next? You must have taken a photo of it. Don't!
Don't!
My apologies, young lady. But Miss Faye's assertion is not without a certain amount of merit. He can certainly downplay the situation, can't he?
He can't. I'm sorry. I'm a very bad girl. Oh, yeah, you are. Oh. I used it all up. The film, I mean.
You ran out of film!
This photo was the last one on the roll.
What?
So you know this case doesn't take place today. Imagine using film to take pictures. Unfortunately, that's the truth. I personally examined all of the photographs she took that day. All the other photos are of the witness herself, playing with herself among the wildflowers.
The witness herself? Then who took the photos?
Well, you see, my camera has a timer feature built into it. I'm sure that won't be relevant to anything else in this trial.
So you took photos of yourself? I remember taking some photos of myself once too. Called a selfie, I believe.
I'm sure they were very lewd, Your Honor.
Oh my god. Please, no details!
She knows it too.
It seems that Miss Faye's assertion was not so decisive after all. Well, wait, just a minute! Well, if she had no film left, she couldn't very well take more photos, eh?
Miss Foster, perhaps then you could tell us about a different sort of photo. Photos of the incident that you took with your very own eyes. That is the most pretentious thing he could have... That is the most pretentious way he could have said that. Mr. Edgeworth, you're quite the poet.
Very well then, let's get back to the cross-examination. Let's hear your thoughts on the fight that you witnessed.
Yes, Mr. Judge.
Boy, this guy is really a sucker for sweet talk.
Ha! You said sucker. It looks like the other kitten in the room is the one that's getting all the milk.
Yeah, it's sickening.
I was using my camera to take some pictures of wildflowers. And then I noticed there were... Suddenly they just started fighting. The victim turned around and tried to run away, but she only got about 10 yards before she was stabbed in the back. What an oddly specific measurement she gave.
So you're saying Surgeon Hawthorne wasn't able to get away from him?
Well, it's a narrow bridge and it was swaying back and forth like that one scene in Shrek. If you ask me, both of them were in danger of falling off. I only wish I could have done something to help her.
That seems to make sense, because everything you say makes sense, darling. I wonder about that. Something seems kind of off.
Ha! Does it now? You have a good sixth sense, kid. When you feel that something's off, that's when you need to figure out why.
If Terry Falls isn't a criminal, then there must be something wrong with this testimony.
So you know what to present here, right?
The map. The map. The map. The map. The map. The map. Witness, your testimony is a joke.
Huh? What? But I just...
Miss Faye, I thought I warned you not to make the witness cry!
Time for me to bonk you and for you to go to horny jail.
One short testimony and two bad contradictions. There's no possible excuse.
You say there were 2 contradictions?
It's simple. Just take a look at the diagram of this area. According to her testimony, the two of them were in the middle of the bridge. But if they were, the victim had turned around and tried to run. Well then...
She would have hit a dead end.
You said 10 yards, but she couldn't have ran even 5, because Dusky Bridge collapsed on that side.
What does all this mean?
It's very simple, Your Honor.
Your mom gay.
I fucked your mother last night. This charming little witness told a charming little lie. That's all there is to it.
This beautiful young lady has been lying to the court.
You really think people do that, eh? Just go up on a witness stand and tell lies? Just a moment, Your Honor. Lying is illegal.
Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor, allow me to personally apologize for the confusion.
What do you mean?
I mean your mom gay. There's one major mistake in this diagram.
What did you say? What are you referring to?
It's all because this diagram was made after the incident occurred. It's a very old bridge. We couldn't find any official blueprints of it.
So you're saying?
I'm saying that even though this bridge is currently in disrepair, there's no evidence that can prove the bridge was broken during the incident.
Is there?
Is there not? I guess not.
I see.
She said that's ridiculous. You can't actually tell the condition of the bridge from this photo. I apologize to the court for not being more clear when I presented the evidence. That guy is good.
Huh? What do you mean?
He planned it from the beginning. He's a genius, alright? That diagram of the bridge was his insurance policy.
What? That coward!
Well, Miss Faye, it seems you've once again made a reckless accusation.
I'm so sorry. I should have been more careful myself.
No, it wasn't your fault at all.
POV, you are young and pretty. Now then, shall we go on with the trial? I'd like to establish, once and for all, what it was that the witness actually saw.
Indeed. All right, young lady. May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
But it's so hard to go on.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw. Yes, sir. You remember that cartoon foster film for imaginary friends? I guess not.
What? I don't.
Running from the crime. After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. It was very romantic. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body stayed hidden. He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
Witnessing such violence must have been difficult.
Yes, sir. I'm still shaken up, but I'm being very brave about it. He accepts this testimony as it is. We're finished.
Don't say that.
Oh well. Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
This trial isn't over yet.
Ha! That's what I like to hear.
All right, Miss Fay, your cross-examination, if you please. The contradiction is staring you right in the face, Meow. Go on the attack.
Scratch your eyes out. Running from the crime.
Are you saying that the victim didn't fall down on the bridge?
Actually, maybe she did fall. Of course she didn't fall down on the bridge. If she had fallen down, this photo wouldn't make any sense. Wasn't it you yourself who pointed out how clean her coat was? If that was the case, her coat would have been all muddy.
If you don't mind, I was asking the witness.
No need to be so rude. What is it, your time of the month? This is Sexism the movie, after all.
Well, young lady.
Of course she didn't fall down. The man in the prison uniform grabbed her before she could. Ha! We're one step too slow. And then, what did the defendant do after that?
You personally witnessed that?
Yes?
Did something strange happen when you did that?
Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not. But that's when the victim's scarf fell off.
You mean this scarf?
Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
You mean the defendant carried the body all by himself?
Yes. Considering the size of the defendant, I don't think it would be difficult. Just look at the absolute size of that lab.
Yes, but let's remember, you were on a narrow bridge that was ready to collapse.
I was? When was I on Dusky Bridge? I don't remember being there during the incident.
I would say they. Anyway. Didn't it pause for him to have carried that body on a bridge like that?
Well, the fact of the matter is that he did! That kind of talk is just silly.
Wow. Why did he get so emotional all of a sudden?
His time of the month.
Miss Faye, if you think there's some other possibility, please share it with the rest of us.
You couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in the mountains. Doing anything more to hide the corpse would be going overboard, wouldn't it?
Well, I could think of one simple thing you could do to hide the body. Yes, but that mountain is famous among hikers. A surprising number of people go up there.
But it's February, right? And it was raining that day, correct?
People are crazy. There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there. You know those monks, they just love cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm only supposed to talk about what I saw.
And you're absolutely certain that it was my client who was carrying the body.
Well, he was wearing a prisoner's uniform, but as for his face...
So you're saying you didn't get a clear look at his face?
Well, they were far away, and it was raining as well. I thought I was only supposed to say exactly what I saw.
Excellent! You're a remarkably honest young woman. Something about this testimony is bothering me, but what?
Probably all the lies. Hey, kitten, have you ever put salt in your coffee?
No. Why would I?
Why not?
Huh?
It may actually go better with coffee than sugar, right? Listen, my point is, if you're not sure, you might as well add a ton of salt to it. It might bring out the rust in something, like a piece of evidence.
He's right, Mia. Go present something. You got nothing to lose.
Aside from hit points. By the way, I wouldn't put salt in my coffee. The two don't go well after all. So what stands out as suspicious to you? Is it in this statement? Is it in this statement?
Yeah. Where was the cartoon on the map? Okay. So it wasn't that far away.
But Melissa was next to the
Yeah.
words Eagle River there. And there's that mountain in the way according to this photo.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm just not sure what evidence to present. Just the map?
yeah, probably the map that shows where the car was, and also that there's a cliff between where the witness claims to have been and the car.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay.
Or maybe... No. Or maybe... Okay,
What was it?
the map.
The map? So it was the map.
Yeah, but
I don't know why
it was
he's
the map.
victim to that.
It was the map on the statement that I guess that was the only way.
Killer not wanting his victim to be found. I can understand that. However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body wasn't found. Well, what is it? Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how. There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
For those who are not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fall in are never recovered.
Ah. In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away and never found. If 10 murders were to occur at the same spot above the Eagle River, you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body in the water. Order! 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 I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye. But I must admit, it does seem odd to not have thrown the body into the river. That's something I would do. I mean, what? Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
How sad. Perhaps Miss Faye should kill herself. After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
What are you talking about?
My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw.
Quite true. Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after all.
That's what you think.
But what the witness claims to have seen is totally ridiculous. Your Honor, I call bogus.
Surely you can't deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car.
That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us.
Please, witness, go on with your testimony. I'll try. All you have to do is tell us only what you saw. Otherwise, the mean lady might yell at you again.
Who is he talking about?
Alright, I'll do my best.
That's the new statement, isn't it?
Yeah, the killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. I think this is where we're supposed to point out that you couldn't have fucking seen the car, you fucking idiot, you fucking idiot. You fucking idiot.
Well, Miss Foster, it looks like you've done it this time.
You fucking idiot. Done what?
Made a crucial mistake. A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? The killer broke into the trunk of the stolen car and hid the body in there. You're saying you saw that, right? With your own eyes?
Yes, and? This is improv, right?
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at this diagram. The place you claim to have taken the photo from that day is here. Do you see what I mean? If you try to see the car, the outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Objection. The witness has X-ray vision.
That's right, Miss Foster. From where you were standing, you could not possibly see the killer's car.
I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock. However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car. Yes, it fucking is. That's right. It's not high at all. I was able to see his car just fine.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't wash. I believe there's a witness who presented this as evidence to the court, yes? This is the location that the photo was taken from. Your own photo tells the whole story. You can clearly see the left side of the bridge. But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff. Ah! Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car. Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of this ballyho?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. The fact that the escapee fled in a stolen car was reported on the news. After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset. She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it.
But she was repeatedly warned before she started her testimony. She was told to testify only about what she saw with her own eyes. Oh!
Mr. Judge?
What is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Hey, wait a minute! You can't just say that!
Objection! Yes, you can. Bitch. Miss Faye, no one on the face of the planet is perfect except for me.
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say. To err is human. To forgive, divine. I'm inclined to give the benefit of the doubt to the witness here. Because I said for her. What? That's not fair!
Ha! Save the tears for later, kitten.
Mr. Armando.
Don't look back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
that wasn't fair.
Okay, kitten, you need to relax. Then you need to remember the other kitten's testimony. I believe it went meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. So tell me, how did she know that? How did she know that he broke into the trunk?
Aha!
Well, Miss Foster, until you can explain how you do that, you're going to have a lot of very suspicious people on this side of the court.
Well, witness?
Well, I'm certain that he broke into the trunk because there were marks left on the trunk lid. I'm certain they were scratch marks from when he broke into it.
What? Let me see the photo. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole. It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied? Judge is on her side. I can't make any mistakes here. So I better save my game. She just said, is there a contradiction in there somewhere?
I'll
doesn't
buy
work.
that for $1. Or it doesn't work.
No, I didn't press her. But now it does work. You finally betrayed yourself.
I just remembered we haven't gone through these profiles.
Miles Edgeworth, age 20. Dubbed a genius as soon as he started as a prosecutor, today is his court debut. Gumshoe, age 26, homicide detective in charge of the initial investigation, still new to his position. Melissa Foster, age 19, college student, witness and photographed the incident on Dusky Ridge.
What?
You said you were in the field taking photos of wildflowers. Maybe so, you knew about the scratches. The question is when? When did you get a chance to see those scratches? Finally got her. Probably.
Ha!
Probably not.
I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here. Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Faye explained herself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation. The reason the witness had seen the scratches was...
She's the owner of the car.
Yeah.
Or she put the corpse in herself.
It's one of those two.
Or she happened to be passing by. I think it's this one.
I
personally.
don't think it's that one.
Really? Okay, it must be this one then, because it certainly can't be this one, because Terry Falls killed her.
Oh yeah, obviously. Corpse, 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 corpse. Oh, okay. Because the stolen car actually belonged to her. That's why she knew about the scratches.
Well, Miss Edgeworth.
Miss Edgeworth?
Stop transing the gender of every character. Frankly, Your
And
Honor.
that's the primary character as the what's that trend where you draw them as the opposite sex? I can't remember what the trend's called. But anyway, now I gotta do that with every character because I keep doing it.
Yep. You know what? Since you trans Edward's gender, you should voice her for this line.
Frankly, Your Honor, after hearing a pathetic response like that. I have to question whether or not such a pathetic lawyer should even exist.
I had to get more. Did you hear that, Miss Faye? I can't. I believe Mr. Edgeworth just called you a knucklehead?
Yep,
What the fuck is a knucklehead?
a Canadian knucklehead.
What the fuck?
You get it? It's funny
What?
because you get it. He's Canadian, and that's funny.
As a Canadian, I don't find this funny, nor I'm funny. Yeesh, isn't that overdoing things a little bit? Come on, Mia, one more time. You can do it. Corpse, 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 corpse. Cause she just happened to be passing by the area where the car was parked. Obviously. Does he say the same thing? Well, Mr. Edgeworth.
Frankly, Your Honor, after hearing a pathetic response like that, I have to question whether or not such a pathetic lawyer should even exist.
Did you hear that, Miss Faye? I believe Mr. Edgeworth called you a knucklehead.
Corpse, 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 corpse. Everybody!
There's only one way the witness had. Sorry, I'm doing my face voice. There's only one way the witness had the chance to see those scratches. Yes, what is it?
Naturally. When she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself! The person who really hid the body in the trunk of the car was... Melissa Foster! It was you that did it, wasn't it?
That's ridiculous! I could never! Who's the man in the prison garb? He's the one that...
I don't think so, Miss Foster. If Mr. Falls had been the one that put the corpse in the trunk, he would have simply used the key card. There was no need to break it open.
The key card?
The car key. I mean...
But he stole the car!
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at red lights.
They had it coming, being all together and happy like that.
Which means that the key would have been used in the ignition. Would have still been in the ignition.
Oh, I see. The ignition, huh?
Thank you for telling us about the scratches, Miss Foster.
You're welcome.
Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth. That it could have been Mr. Falls. That couldn't have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
No!
What's happening?
Preposterous! You even suggest that the witness put the body in there. If that were true, then how do you explain the photo that she took? The corpse could only have been put in the trunk when the incident occurred. And we already know that at the time she was taking photographs.
Now's your chance, Mia. Finish this thing.
Do-do-do. Finish him.
On the contrary, I'm not so certain about that anymore, Mr. Edgeworth. There's no need to think too deeply about it. What I'm saying is the shutter for this may have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
May not have been. Alright, so which piece of evidence has a shutter on it? Does the attorney's badge possess a shutter?
No.
Does the autopsy report have a shutter?
No.
Does the map have a shutter?
No.
Does the note have a shutter on it?
No.
Yes, actually, but it's not the right shutter. Does the crime photo have a shutter?
No.
Does the scarf have a shutter?
No.
Does the witness's photo have a shutter?
No.
Okay, does the defendant have a shutter?
Wait. No.
Okay, does the victim have a shutter?
No.
Okay, does Godo have a shutter that we can shut permanently?
His mouth?
Tragically not. Does Edgeworth have a
man.
shutter?
No.
Does Gumshoe have a shutter?
No.
Okay, does Melissa Foster have a shutter on her camera?
She could. She may.
Damn, that's all the evidence and all the profiles we've got. We never found any shutters. If only there was some other place we could find a shutter in the court record. Sadly, neither of us is smart enough to figure that out. I guess we'll just have to present the badge. Unless you've got other ideas. Is there anything else you think we could try?
My brain's fried.
I guess we're just gonna sit here and wait for the 2-hour mark then.
Wait, is the shutter... Wait, does she mean timer? Is the shutter a timer function? I thought a shutter is. What's a shutter?
It's a part of a camera. Did
Is
you
it?
actually not fucking know this?
No.
What the fuck do they teach you in schools these days?
You're cutting out a lot. But not a lot.
What the fuck do they even teach you in schools these days? How are you going to be a doctor if you don't even know what a shutter on a camera is?
Okay, but Mikey, you have to think. When was the last time I've actually used an actual camera? I have not used an actual camera before. Like, not since I was a very young child.
Neither have I, but I still know about shutters.
Yeah, but I don't know, I've only had iPhone cameras. What is the shutter? Is it a timer function? Like, what is the shutter on the camera? What is it?
Okay, you remember seeing in movies when people would take pictures of pictures with cameras, and they would show a close up of the lens of the camera, and there would be something that quickly closes and then opens again when the picture is taken. That's the shutter.
Oh! No, that makes sense. Like, yeah. That makes sense.
I thought I was tossing you an easy one. Turns out you're an idiot. Are you still there?
Hi. I switched to my iPad because my phone died. Yeah, that makes a lot more sense what a shutter is, but I did not know it was a part of it. So. This is a problem with my lack of knowledge. If I knew what it was, I would have known obviously what it was right away, but I didn't know what shutter was. Anyway. Let's take another look at this camera, shall we? And see what features it has, shall we? It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod. A mini tripod. Why? It's almost as if she had bought this camera just to come take this picture.
What are you trying to say then, Miss Fay? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed?
Well, she really did use the camera's auto timer. And the answer is yes, she was somewhere else. Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further?
Listen, this is a crucial point, Kitty. Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred? In answering that question, we'll also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question.
Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? She was in Eagle River.
No, she was murdering the victim.
She was in the trunk of the car.
Yeah, she... Oh, that would be so funny. She just popped out and she just runs and stabs.
She was here on the 5 yards mark.
And she was actually on the cliff and she jumped down. Stabbed in the back.
She was on the broken edge of the bridge. She was stuck there. It was very sad and also very funny.
Oh my god, she used her hook shot to get to the other side of the bridge. Well done.
No, she jumped over on Epona's back.
Damn, okay. Fancy. She won the race, didn't she?
She was dead on these rocks.
She's still alive though.
Yes,
Unfortunately.
she's a ghost.
And Phoenix has to deal with her too. In the future.
Actually, Melissa Foster is a ghost. Ooh.
She's fucking annoying is what she is.
She was here, hiding under this special K.
Oh, was she now?
So where was Melissa Foster?
Oh. Killer, right? We choose the killer position?
Alright, it's your health bar.
Naturally, the witness was standing right here. What do you think, Mr. Edgeworth? I do not think.
Before pointing out where the witness was standing, Miss Fay should do something herself. She should figure out where she stands, if you catch my drift.
Damn, okay, sir. Oh, don't worry, the drift was certainly caught. Yes, failure is an excellent opportunity for growth. Now try better next time. I don't know. So do I choose or do I choose like behind the victim? I'm not sure. Yes, thank you. Ah, yes, thank you. Well then, please answer the question. Where was Mr. Foster? Is it on the bridge occurred?
Alright, so we know she's not the K.
Yeah.
Where else could she be?
She's either... I mean, she could have been at the car. I don't know.
Could she have been?
Maybe not. Because, I mean, it has an auto timer on it, so she really don't know where she, like... Oh, she is behind the victim. Oh no. Naturally, the witness was right here. That's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. 1611. But anyway. Order! Miss Faye, what on earth? On earth I may. You may not. To prove the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by the car. But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the truck. In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk, it could only have been before the Fed met the victim.
How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. The only person with the opportunity to put the victim in the trunk is the same man that killed her, Terry Falls.
You still don't understand, do you, Mr. Edgeworth?
I understand everything, actually. I am very smart.
By the time the witness's foe was taken, the victim was already dead. The person in the foe was not Valerie Hawthorne.
What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life. Then who exactly is the victim in this photo?
Oh. It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness. What? It's the only possible explanation. The woman that Mr. Falls met on the bridge that day was not Valerie Hawthorne. It was you, Melissa Foster.
Me?
Let's remember that it was raining and foggy on the mountains that day. Mr. Falls himself believed that the one in front of him was Valerie Hawthorne.
But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in the federal...
Penitentiary.
Penitentiary? Okay. In a federal penitentiary. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
You are just making this up as you go along. Where are your proofs?
I got it right here. A piece of evidence will blow this case wide open. At the time of the incident, Mr. Falls had forgotten what Valerie Hawthorne looked like.
Okay, what proves that?
My profession, no. Oh, it's the letter, right? Because he asked her to wear a scarf. Right?
Double check. Does it say on the note?
Wear a white scarf for identification. Mr. Falls had forgotten the victim's face! That's why he needed some piece of identification. Namely, the muddy scarf. It was Mr. Falls who requested that she wear the scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left. In other words, as long as you were wearing a scarf like she asked, anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne. Well, what do you have to say to that, Miss Melissa Foster?
Oh! And then she evaporated.
And we never saw her again. Right?
And that caused a timeline split.
Or,
Phoenix never became a lawyer.
Oh no.
She's collecting herself in the lobby. Recovering from evaporation is a very tedious process, Your Honor.
Hmm. It's obvious that Melissa Foster did it. She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as the victim.
But not in the trunk.
She set up the camera to snap a fake photo of them together.
The only question is, why did she do it?
Well, isn't that obvious? She's the real culprit.
Ha!
Well, we'll have to wait for Miss Foster to compose herself before we start again. Until then, the court is in recess.
Grrr!
Recess time, recess time. Em up, em up, em up. I don't know. The defense and the prosecution are both to wait in the respective lobbies. Yes, Your Honor.
Understood.
Very well, the court is now in recess.
To be continued. Save your progress up to this point? Yeah.
No.
And we only got like 3 minutes left before the 2-hour mark, so might as well call it here.
Alright.
So that's gonna be it for tonight, Twitch chat. Hope y'all had fun. Hope y'all will join us tomorrow on Starburst channel for more Yakuza Lad, everyone's favorite organized crime themed superhero. And then come back here the day after for more Poitat. Starburst's favorite acronym. Bye, Twitch chat. Loves y'all.
Bye, Trisha. I love ya.
Bye.